Hi, I'm Belinda from Way of Mindfulness, and I'm here today to tell you about a walk that I've got coming up on Saturday the 23rd of April. It starts from Cilcain at 11 o'clock and we come up into these glorious hills. I won't bore you with superlatives. I'll leave that for you to see when you come on the walk yourself. For more information, you could either look at the videos that are coming, part 2 and part 3 in this series on this page, or head to my website wayofmindfulness.co.uk/events. There you'll find full info and a link to book your ticket, which I hope you will do. So I hope to see you on this event, or if not, very soon on one of my others. And until then, with mindfulness, walk on. So behind me is the summit of Cilcain, and if I turn you round so that you can see into the valley, you can see the valley that Cilcain, the village of Cilcain, sits in. And in the distance there is Cilcain mountain. Can't quite see if I've got it there. And Cilcain mountain is really interesting because it's part of the start of, you can probably see there's an industrial element to Cilcain mountain, and it's not just a modern day industrial element. It's been that way for a few thousand years. And likewise with the rest of this area. So there's a whole limestone escarpment that runs from Cilcain mountain all the way down these upland valleys to the escarpments, the hills above Llangollen, possibly beyond. I'm not a geologist, but that's what I've noticed as I've been out on the hoof, as it were. So this area is a really interesting area because it's a mix of agricultural and industrial heritage, and of course nowadays added to that heritage is tourism, and it is hit a great area for tourism. The village of Cilcain itself is a lovely community feel to it. So there's a village hall, which is where our walk on the 23rd is going to be starting, and there's a cafe there. You can buy all sorts of interesting things there, and of course cake. They make really good cake. Very welcoming. They're used to welcoming walkers to that village as well. There are concerts and all sorts of activities that are put on in the village hall in addition to that. So it's a really nice place from which to start a walk. So as I come through this gate, it's a really lovely transition point, because you can see behind me, I'm going to be squinting into the sun now, you can see behind me you've got the peaks of Moel Artir and then Moel Plas Ew, which rises up behind Moel Artir in a beautiful shape. And I'm going to be running a full day walk coming out of Cilcain later this year, which follows the tracks in between Moel Artir and Moel Plas Ew and goes down into the valley. Beautiful, beautiful walk. Anyway, I'm hoping you can hear there's a skylark above me singing right now. Oh, it's just stunning. So we've just coming down over the shoulder of Cilcain to this view. It's not hard to see why I fell in love with the Clwydian range, I don't think, is it? So we're looking there on the right, the summit of Moel Artir, which has right at the top, I think you can probably see ramparts there going round the circumference of the summit. of Moilatir. Bronze Age, I believe, settlements have been recorded up there. And then you can see there's roads bisecting these hills. I like to believe that there are so many roads and trackways and pathways that roll down off the hills into the valleys on either side, and we're looking at the moment at the Vale of Clwyd, which gives a view out to the Cilcain forest up there, the start of the Denbigh Moors on the other side of the Vale. I think this is my tea spot. I love drovers' roads and ancient trackways. I find them at once comforting, haunting and enigmatic. The Clwydian Range and the Vale of Clwyd are laced with a network of ancient lines of communication. Remains have been found here dating back to the Bronze Age, and it's entirely possible, in my view, that people have been walking these hills since well before that. So on our walk, we could be walking in some very ancient footsteps indeed. To book your place, visit wayofmindfulness.co.uk/events. And I really hope you'll join me for what will be a memorable walk. Until then, with mindfulness, walk on.